Well, welcome back to factoring trinomials when a does not equal 1, meaning this coefficient out in front of our x squared term is a number, right? Not just that assumed 1 that is in front of every variable. Well, today you're going to work on kind of seeing some of these problems through on your own. This problem up here is number 1 from the worksheet, and I think this is a good example so we can go through the 5 steps of how to solve this, and we can show you what's up. Okay, so step 1, of course, well, before we do anything, let's draw our box, right? 2 by 2 square here. And step 1 is we take our a and our c terms and we put them into the box. So 2x squared up here and a positive 48 down here. Step 1 done. Step 2, we multiply a times c. So it's a positive 2 times a positive 48. So there we get 96. All right, now a positive 2 times a positive 48 gives me a positive 48. So I know that the two factors that I'm going to be looking for 96 are either going to both be positive or both be negative. Because to get a positive number, when I'm multiplying two numbers, the sign has to be the same. Positive times positive or negative times negative. This operation here, that plus 35, that positive 35 tells me that when I add these two numbers together, whose signs are the same, I have to get a positive number out the end. So I can't add two negative numbers together and get a positive. So I'm looking for, say, positive 1 times positive 96 as my factors. And then I want these to add up to 35. Well, this adds up to 97. So that's wrong. How about 2? Well, 2 times 48 gives us 96, because that's how we got 96. But we add those together and we get 50. All right, how about 3 times, let's see, 3 goes into 9 3 times, 3 goes into 6 twice. 3 times 32 gives me 96. Does 3 plus 32 give me 35? Yes, it absolutely does. Okay, so that's the pair that we're looking for, and it's a positive 32, a positive 3 and a positive 32. So I put some x's on here, and then I just plug these in any order into my boxes. So 3x can go here. It could also go up here, but I'm going to put the 32x here. All right, you know what? I need to move this down just a little bit. Okay, so now I factor out a common factor between these two terms. So 2 and 32, well, I can factor a 2 out of there, and of course I can factor an x out of there. So now what's left if I factor this out? Well, 2 times what gives me 2x? Well, 2 times x goes 2x times x, 2x squared. What's left if I factor a 2x out of 32? Well, I get 16. Nice. Let's do the same thing down here. Let's factor out a greatest common factor between 3 and 3x and 48. Well, I can take a 3 out. I can't take an x out of both. All right. Well, if I factor 3 out of 3x, I get x. I know I'm on the right track here. If I factor a 3 out of 48, meaning I divide 48 by 3, I get 16. So everything matches up here. my binomials that I'll be multiplying together to get back to this original trinomial are going to be x plus 16 times 2x plus 3. And if I've done my process here correctly, I could use my FOIL method, multiply these two binomials together, and I would come back to this original trinomial. Okay, so that's what I want you guys to do today on the remaining problems on the worksheet. Good luck.